Dream of my perfect wedding dress for years custom made, irreplaceable, came home to find it stolen by my sister, returned ruined with red wine, parents took her side, had to sue my own Emily, was I wrong?
Imagine coming home to find your most treasured possession, your dream wedding dress, paid for with your late grandmother's savings, gone. Stolen. By your own sister. And when you finally get it back, ruined. Red wine stains splashed across the delicate silk. But here's the kicker, she refuses to pay for the damage. Why? Because she's pregnant, and according to my parents, that means she gets a free pass to destroy my things without consequences. Spoiler, I took her to court. The backstory. So, I had to involve the law. I, 27F, have a younger sister, 23F, who is currently planning her wedding on a very tight budget. I'm also engaged to marry next year, and I was extremely close to our late grandmother, who saved money specifically to contribute to my wedding. With that gift from Grandma, I had a custom-made wedding dress created for myself, something I'd always dreamed of. It's a stunning one-of-a-kind gown tailored to my measurements, crafted from high-quality silk and lace. It also holds immense sentimental value, knowing that it was paid for using Grandma's savings she set aside before she passed. My sister Emily, fake name, recently approached me in tears, complaining that she can't afford anything nice for her own wedding dress. She and her fiancé have limited funds, and the dresses within her budget at local boutiques are, in her words, cheaply looking or not her style. She knows I already have my custom dress. My wedding is still months away, but I had my gown completed early. Emily asked if she could borrow my wedding dress for her big day instead of buying a new one. I was uncomfortable with this request for several reasons. First, the dress was made specifically for me. It fits my body and reflects my style. Emily and I have different body types and heights, so even if she wore it, it would need major alterations to fit her. I'm not okay with modifying my custom dress for someone else's use. The backstory. So, I had to involve the law. I, 27F, have a younger sister, 23F, who is currently planning her wedding on a very tight budget. I'm also engaged to marry next year, and I was extremely close to our late grandmother, who saved money specifically to contribute to my wedding. With that gift from Grandma, I had a custom-made wedding dress created for myself, something I'd always dreamed of. It's a stunning one-of-a-kind gown tailored to my measurements, crafted from high-quality silk and lace. It also holds immense sentimental value, knowing that it was paid for using Grandma's savings she set aside before she passed. My sister Emily, fake name, recently approached me in tears, complaining that she can't afford anything nice for her own wedding dress. She and her fiancé have limited funds, and the dresses within her budget at local boutiques are, in her words, cheaply looking or not her style. She knows I already have my custom dress. My wedding is still months away, but I had my gown completed early. Emily asked if she could borrow my wedding dress for her big day instead of buying a new one. I was uncomfortable with this request for several reasons. First, the dress was made specifically for me. It fits my body and reflects my style. Emily and I have different body types and heights, so even if she wore it, it would need major alterations to fit her. I'm not okay with modifying my custom dress for someone else's use. Second, the gown is extremely meaningful to me because of the personal and financial investment, Grandma's money, in it. I plan to cherish it as an heirloom. The idea of it being worn by someone else, possibly stretched or damaged, makes me very anxious. Third, my wedding hasn't happened yet. I haven't even worn my dress to my wedding, and I want to be the first to wear it on my special day. It just doesn't feel right to let someone else, even my sister, wear it before I do. I tried to gently explain to Emily that I understand her situation, but I'm not comfortable lending my wedding dress. I suggested she look at consignment shops or online resale for a discounted gown, or maybe we could find a seamstress to alter a simpler dress to her liking. I even offered to help her shop within her budget and see if our mother's old wedding dress could be updated or used. But Emily wasn't interested in those options. She specifically wanted to wear my dress because she said it's the prettiest dress she's seen and would make her feel like a princess without the princess price tag. After I firmly declined, she became very upset. She accused me of not caring about her happiness and called me selfish. She claimed that since I got an expensive custom dress thanks to Grandma's money, I should be generous enough to let her experience something special too, especially since she can't afford luxury. I told her I was sorry she felt that way, but my decision was final. I later received a call from our mom and dad, who had heard from Emily. They sided with her. They said sharing is what sisters do, and I should have agreed to at least let Emily try on the dress or use it for her ceremony. My parents believe that because I was fortunate to have an expensive dress, I should share that good fortune with my little sister, and they pointed out that technically, the money for the dress came from family grandma, implying it should benefit the whole family. I love my sister and sympathize with her financial struggles, but I also feel protective of my wedding gown. It's not just any dress, it's a custom piece made with love and memory attached. I worry that something could happen to it if it's out of my care. I don't want it lost or ruined before I even get to wear it. I explained these reasons to my parents and Emily, but they still think I'm being unkind. Emily has been giving me the cold shoulder, and my parents keep bringing up how we were raised to share and support each other. They even said Grandma would have wanted me to help Emily, though I disagree. Grandma was clear that the money was for my dress, and she would likely be upset to see it dragged into a fight. All of this has caused a lot of tension. My fiancé is fully supportive of me. He thinks it's a bad idea to let anyone, even family, borrow my wedding dress before the wedding. He also pointed out that if the situation were reversed, he doubts my sister would lend her wedding dress. Still, my parents and sister are making me feel guilty, saying I value a dress more than my sister's happiness on her wedding day. That's not true. I want her to have a beautiful wedding, and I understand how important weddings are, but I don't think I should have to risk my most precious dress to compensate for her budget issues. Am I the for refusing to let my sister borrow my custom wedding dress? Comment 1. I get that it's your special dress, but she's your sister and she's struggling. You're only going to wear that gown once, right? Would it really hurt to lend it to her for just one day so she can feel beautiful too? I mean, it's not like you'd be giving it away forever just borrowing. From her perspective, it probably feels like you care more about the dress than her feelings. I understand wanting her to feel beautiful on her wedding day. I do. But even if I only wear my gown once, I plan to keep it forever as a memory and maybe pass it down someday. It's not just a one-time thing to me. The seamstress told me that major alterations could ruin the delicate lace and structure, so there's a real chance it wouldn't look the same afterward. Yes, I'd only wear it once, but I paid for it, and Grandma paid for the luxury of a custom fit. It's about the meaning and integrity of this dress. Lending it isn't as simple as letting her borrow a t-shirt. If something went wrong, I'd be devastated. I've tried to help her in other ways, but she won't accept those solutions. Comment 2. How did the money for your dress work? Did Grandma leave money specifically for this? It might help clarify since your parents are mentioning family money. Also, if they feel so strongly, why can't they or you contribute toward her dress instead of risking yours? Grandma gave me a sum for my wedding dress, telling me to get the dress of my dreams. She didn't leave funds for Emily because she wasn't engaged yet. Grandma passed away 2 years ago, before Emily's engagement. My parents aren't in a position to buy her a fancy dress either. They're helping with basic costs, but money's tight. So, they saw my lending out the dress as the easiest, cheapest solution for Emily. I see it differently. That gift was for my dress, and it belongs to me. Comment 3. Stand your ground and lock that dress up. I have a bad feeling she might try to take it again when you're not looking, given how fixated she is. We've seen stories of sisters doing crazy things over wedding drama. Don't let it out of your sight. I truly hope she wouldn't go that far, but she's very fixated. I keep the dress at my apartment, accessible only to my fiancé and me. The only other key is with my parents for emergencies. I doubt they'd give it to her without telling me, but I'll be vigilant. It's stored securely in a garment bag in the back of my closet. Maybe I'll move it somewhere safer if it helps me feel better. Thanks for warning. I'll stay careful. Update 1. Some of you mentioned that my sister might try something behind my back. Honestly, I didn't think it would happen, but it did. Yesterday, while I was at work, Emily used the spare key to my apartment to let herself in and took my wedding dress from my closet. I gave a spare key to my parents for emergencies. I still don't know if they handed it to her or if she took it from where they keep it. That's another issue. She later admitted she wanted to try on the dress secretly because I wouldn't let her have it. Emily said she thought if she could just put it on and see herself in it, she'd know if it would work for her wedding or if she should drop the idea. Somehow, after sneaking it out, Emily brought it with her on the subway ride back home. I don't know why she couldn't just try it on at my place. Maybe she wanted to show her fiancé or friends. This is where the disaster happened. Emily claims she bumped into someone with an open bottle of red wine on the subway, which splashed onto my dress. When she got home and opened it, the front of my gown was soaked with dark red stains. I didn't find out until later that afternoon. I came home from work and checked my closet. After recent events, I was paranoid and wanted to be sure it was okay. To my shock, the garment bag was there, but the dress was gone. I freaked out. I called my fiancé. He was at work, and then my mom. My mom admitted Emily had taken the dress to try it on and that there had been an accident. I drove straight to my parents' house, saw Emily, and found my dress in a bag with huge red wine stains. I burst into tears. Emily was crying, apologizing repeatedly. She said she only wanted to feel special for a little while and never meant for this. I was furious and yelled that she had no right to take my dress, especially after I said no. It was an accident, yes, but caused by her doing something she knew she shouldn't. My parents tried to calm us, saying, "What's done is done. We'll fix it." My mom had already found a bridal cleaner willing to do a same-day emergency treatment. We took the dress there immediately. The cleaner managed a quick surface clean that evening. Some wine was removed, but the stains remain. The dress is made of delicate silk, and the wine had set in deep. There are still faint reddish marks. The cleaner said they did all they could, but it might need more intensive work, with no guarantees. I took the dress home afterward because I didn't want to leave it anywhere. Here's what made my blood boil: my parents and Emily want me to split the cleaning bill. The cost was several $100s. Emily is broke with wedding expenses, so my parents covered it but say I should pay half because accidents happen and she didn't do it on purpose. Their argument: I benefit from the dress being cleaned, so I should contribute. They also say Emily only wanted to feel special and didn't mean harm, and I should have compassion. I told them I won't pay a dime. I didn't ask for any of this. I was at work, expecting my dress to be safe at home. Emily had no permission to take it. If anything, she should pay for all the consequences. We argued in the parking lot of the cleaner. My dad got angry, accusing me of being unsympathetic to an honest mistake. I was furious. That led my dad to tell me to stop being dramatic, and my mom tried to hush us. In the end, they said we'd talk later when everyone cooled down. They still think I should help pay since I'll want the dress for my wedding. That's unfair. They're rewarding her bad behavior. I drove home with what's left of my dress and just cried in my fiancé's arms. He's equally furious at my sister and parents and suggested further action, but I'm not sure what yet. I'm so angry and heartbroken. I refused to reimburse my parents, and I'm not speaking to my sister at all. I'll update if anything else happens, but I just can't believe she did this to my dress. Comment 1. This is beyond outrageous. Your sister trespassed and stole your dress. Accident or not, it's theft. You'd be justified in calling the police. At least, make sure she and your parents no longer have access to your apartment. Change the locks if needed. I thought the same in the moment. My fiancé even asked if we should call the police when it happened. I didn't go that route, felt too extreme for a family matter, especially since I got the dress back, even damaged. But I considered it. As for access, I've reclaimed the spare key. I drove straight to my parents and took it back. I haven't decided about changing locks yet, but I probably will for peace of mind. I've moved the dress somewhere safer, perhaps to my fiancé's parents' spare room, just to be safe. Thanks for the warning. I'll stay cautious. Comment 2. Accidents happen, isn't an excuse here. Your sister caused this by taking something that wasn't hers. She owes you 100% of the cleaning and repair costs. Don't pay a dollar. Honestly, it's absurd that your parents side with her and expect you to pay. They're enabling her behavior. Exactly. I refused to pay for any of it. I told my parents and sister I won't reward or subsidize her actions. She's the one who damaged it, so she should cover all costs. My parents say I'm harsh because Emily's struggling, but that doesn't justify theft or leaving me to foot the bill. I stand firm. It's been tense. They act like I lack compassion, but I think they're just coddling her as the baby of the family. No way I'm paying. Comment 3. Is the dress completely ruined? Can the stains come out with more cleaning, or do you need to replace it? I'm so sorry this happened. Do you plan to make your sister pay for the full repair or a new dress? I don't know yet. After the initial cleaning, some stains remain. The cleaner recommended more intensive treatment or professional restoration. I plan to contact the dressmaker for advice. It might need parts replaced, stitched, or panels swapped out if stains won't come out. That's very costly, roughly comparable to a month's rent, about $1,350. I shared this with my family. They looked genuinely worried, and my sister cried again, apologizing, saying she had no idea it would be so complicated or expensive. I told her that's what it takes to restore the dress to how it was, and she should cover the cost since it's her fault. Emily offered me $300, her entire wedding dress budget, since she was planning to buy a cheap gown. She said if she gives me that, she'll just wear something she owns or find a thrift dress. She thought offering her whole budget was a way to make it right. But $300 covers only a fraction of the repair, about 20%. I was speechless. That's nowhere near enough. It would only cover a small part. I told her that money won't fix this. It won't add the silk or pay for the expert labor. She got upset, saying that's all she has and she can't conjure more money. She also said, "You already have your nice dress and more money than me. Maybe you and fiancé can cover the rest." I'm doing my best. That infuriated my fiancé, who was present. He said it's not about money, it's about responsibility. He told her we won't spend our wedding savings to fix a mess she made. My parents suggested I could find a local dressmaker to patch or cover the stains with a sash or flowers to avoid full repairs. That hurt. I want my dress properly restored, not just patched. I can tell my parents are worried about how she'll pay, and they're trying to make it seem less bad. They even suggested I could wear the dress as is, which made me furious because I want my wedding dress to be perfect. The stains are obvious, a dull, wine-colored shadow on the ivory fabric. No way to ignore it. My fiancé and I told everyone we need a serious plan and that it's not on us to pay. We proposed a formal sit-down with all involved to hash out the costs calmly because emotions were high. My sister was crying, my mom worried about costs, and my dad looked unhappy. We agreed to meet in a few days at my parents' house to discuss responsibility and next steps. This whole ordeal has been extremely stressful and has created a rift between me and my sister and, to some extent, my parents. My fiancé is furious. I'm exhausted from all the crying and anger. Emily acts like her life is ruined because she might have to pay for my dress. I do feel a little bad about the financial burden, knowing they're tight on money, but I remind myself I didn't cause this. She did. I shouldn't sacrifice my dress or savings to fix her mistake. We'll see how the family meeting goes. I'll update afterward. Comment 1. Your sister offering only $300 when she owes around $1,300 is frankly insulting. Even if that's all she has, she can't wreck something and then just pay a fraction. If she can't pay, she needs to find a way loan, payment plan, anything, because I won't cover the rest. I was stunned she thought that was enough. She's struggling financially, but that doesn't mean she can dismiss most of the cost. $300 won't fix my dress. She needs to figure it out, loan, payment plan, anything, because I will not shoulder the remaining amount. Comment 2. If she truly can't afford it, then your parents need to step up. They enabled this by siding with her and expecting you to fix it. Are they willing to help with the costs? It seems they're more interested in pressuring you than holding her accountable. So far, they haven't offered anything beyond the initial cleaning bill, which they covered but want you to share. They dodge questions about what happens if Emily can't pay. It's frustrating. They pushed for you to share your dress, but now they're not helping with the consequences. Comment 3. I normally wouldn't suggest suing family, but at this point, small claims court might be your best option if she refuses to pay. She stole and damaged a sentimental, expensive item. You have evidence, receipts, photos, emails. If she won't cooperate, legal action might be necessary. We're considering it. My fiancé especially feels we may have no choice if she refuses. It's tough. I never imagined I'd have to sue my sister. But I have proof, and she took the dress without permission. That's property damage. We'll see how the family meeting goes. I hope we can get a commitment, perhaps a payment plan, but if she outright refuses or can't pay, court is on the table. I hate it, but I must protect myself.